Yo, yes everyone, this is STILLZ, and right now I'm going to be breaking down my track called Stress Levels. Just came out on Pick the Lock, which you can now grab everywhere on Juno, Spotify, you name it, it's there. This one's been highly requested for the Love Shack Sound Spread and Tell challenge, so let's get right into this. Intro/drums. So in the intro, it's just this atmosphere that I've got, taking out some of the low end, some stereo delay, a little bit of reverb on there as well, and just a limiter to stop it, or stop it clipping. It really needed boosting because it was really quiet. In there, just some crashes on every 9 bars, little downlift effect, along with another one. Just filling out, creating that atmosphere. Another little downlifter with another one. Just a simple hat as well in the beginning, along with this one that comes in at bar 9, just filling in the gaps of the other ones. So this is where all the drums come in, so you just got a simple kick with just a little bit of EQ and taking out to 50 Hertz. I always do that with all my kicks, EQing out to about 50 Hertz, because it just takes out any of those really low end frequencies from the kick that you don't want, because otherwise it'll start causing you some sidechain issues and stuff. And plus, yeah, it's just you don't want it basically. So you got the kick with the first snare, just like a finger snap. Again, just a little bit of EQ, took out some of that really harsh high end of it, out to 200 Hertz, because obviously in a snare you don't want any low end. Layered it with another one, which is just kind of like a really snappy snare. Again, just taking out to 200. And this is where all the added percussion starts coming in. That's pretty much that. Just goes ticking through with all of the effects, little crashes, downlifters, things like that.
Headache gone, money make the world go round, but yours gone. Big George you buy, the whole of him pawn. Stress levels are rich and you don't know what I want.
Okay, so here is obviously the vocal. This is what it sounds like with none of the processing I've done on it.
Mad sick, headache gone, money make the world go round, but yours gone. Big George you buy.
So as you can hear, it's quite dry, so I just started off with some EQing.
Mad sick, headache gone.
Just taking out any of that real low end in his voice, which obviously you don't want. Boosting some of the nice highs, like the air in the voice, just to make it a little bit more apparent in the mix. Some stereo delay.
Mad sick, headache gone.
I always use stereo delay on vocals, even if it is the slightest little bit, because it adds those little like ghost notes, in the left and right channel, which I don't know, it just adds a really cool effect almost, and just helps like again fill out the mix a little bit more. Some compression.
Mad sick.
As you can see it here working, just really squashing the voice.
Headache gone, money make the world go round, but yours gone. Big George you buy.
And the really hella reverb, this is always my go-to reverb. It's so sick.
Mad sick, headache gone.
And then just a limiter on after that, just catching any peaks, just making sure nothing goes over 0.1 at any point.
Mad sick, headache gone, money make the world go round, but yours gone. Big George you buy, the whole of him pawn. Stress levels are rich and you don't know what I want.
The processing and the drums, I'm not gonna give away too much. It's literally one plugin. If you know, you know, kind of thing. Bus 3. So just using this EQ, the Waves one, the 560 API. This is really good. Just again, I boost some of about 3 dB on the top end, just to really make the drums nice and crisp in the mix. Took out a little bit in the 2K range just because it can get a bit problematic with other synths and stuff going on in there. And camel fat basically is where all my loudness comes from in my drums. I'm not going to show you my preset that I made because it's kind of top secret. So yeah, here's the drums without it basically, and then with it, like, you know, it's absolutely ridiculous what it does. Also, I forgot to say before I started, please excuse what's in the background. It's a fucking sofa. Basically, I'm moving out next month, and yeah, I'm moving out next month, and I went to pick it up, and it's fucking humongous, honestly. Yeah, and basically it won't fit in my house, it won't even fit in my room, won't fit anywhere, so it's had to come into the studio. So yeah, apologies about the background, which is just cushions. Right, let's get into the drop now.
Levels are reach and you don't know what I want.
So at first it's just a sub, which I made in massive. That's my patch. Go ahead and copy it if you want, super simple. Just a little bit of sidechain compression to the kick. Just, you know, making sure nothing's clashing at all. And then obviously the big hooning foghorn over the top. On the foghorn, it's literally just some EQ taking out low end to make sure there's no subbed, so it's clashing with the actual sub I've got layered underneath. A little bit of phase distortion just to crisp it up, and then the Waves L3 multi maximizer, just really bringing out some nice high end in it. So if I turn this off, it sounds like this, and then with it on, bringing out some of the real nice high end in it, which was what it needed. Otherwise it just kind of sounded a bit muddy and just not really there in the mix, which is obviously not what you want at all. And then obviously together it's just and then followed after that is a little sub bass wobble that I made in massive and bounced out to audio. It's what I do with a lot of my basses. Something I highly recommend, making fairly simple sounds in massive, bounce them out into audio, and then process it as much as you want. Like this, like most of my basses where I've bounced them out, processed, and then almost put them back into projects and processed again. You know, it's just how you resample, it's how you do it. Yeah, just taking out some real like low end in it that's like, just so it's just, you know, just make sure it's not there. A little bit of sidechain compression to the kick again, a little bit of phase distortion just to like crisp it up a bit, and then followed after that is one of my signature LFO basses. So on that again, just some simple sidechain compression to the kick, and that's the patch. Feel free to copy it if you want, I don't care. The want bass. This again, another one made in massive, bounced out to audio. I think it's just got the same chain, yeah, just taking out the real low end. Sidechain compression and a little bit of phase distortion. And then again, it pretty much plays the same again. And then just little like white noise up just to sweep into the next 16. And then here it's exactly the same as it was in the first 16, just with some extra hi-hats in the drums. Just something a little bit faster, keep it ticking over. And then at the end of this 16, I have it at the end of every 16 actually, just this little fill, which just almost ticks it over. It's really sick, love that fill. And then at 64, it's a variation in the foghorn, so it's obviously instead of it just being one long note. And in that, again, it's to do with the LFO actually and the rate of it. So it's almost how, so you can, with that you can essentially change how quickly you want it to sort of go up and down and then back up again to play like the long notes. So as you can see, it goes. So that was it, where the rate's gone down. So it's gone up as soon as it hits, come back down, and then it's gone back up again, a lot slower, causing the like, and then it goes like that. Just that's a really good one to learn for the future. And then again, it's just variations of the wobble bass and stuff. I have this one in here, which goes up an octave to the other sub wobble I had. Again, exactly the same chain as the other one, just up an octave instead. Every 8 bars throughout, I've just got these little like down lifters. You got here like those 49, and then obviously 8 bars in, it's just going all just like a little down lifter. Just like ticking it through again to the next 16. It's just like ear candy almost, just filling out the different areas. There's not really too much more to talk about in this project because it is a really, really basic one compared to some of my other ones. Just basically, I mean, the thing to take away from this, I'd say, is keeping it simple. Really, simplicity can be key. You know, like just like little things like one little effect here, 8 bars in to 8 bars in from the 16. You know, like little things like that, just to tick it through to the next 16. Like little risers, like reverse crashes into crashes. Just like, yeah, just things that most like the everyday listener wouldn't really hear, but you will, as you hear, and I'm pretty sure a lot of other producers would hear. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for my tutorial. Big ups everyone for watching. Hope you learned something, hopefully. But yeah, like I said, this is a really basic one compared to a lot of my projects. You know, it's only 43 channels. Like, you know, I've got like some of my projects are about some are pushing 80, some are 90. So, you know, this is really basic, and this was just one of those ones where just keeping it really stripped back and simple was enough for the project essentially. So yeah, but yeah, big ups everyone. I hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and big up Love Shack Sound for getting me involved. Peace.